You know that feeling? When you're just sluggish, kind of bloated, totally out of shape? Well, what if I told you an entire city's transportation system could feel the exact same way? Stick with me here, because it really seems like Tucson is suffering from a massive transportation tummy ache.
And look, this isn't just about the system feeling slow and clunky. It's about a very real and often hidden cost to you. We're not just talking about the headache of traffic jams. We're talking about a direct hit to your wallet. That financial strain is a huge piece of this puzzle.
So let's play doctor for a second. Let's put on the white coats and give our transportation system a proper checkup. It's time to figure out what's really causing this chronic condition. What's the official diagnosis here?
To put it mildly, yes. The symptoms are just everywhere. We've got a system that basically forces us to drive more and more, all on a network of roads we can no longer afford to maintain, let alone expand.
And get this number. It's staggering. About 70%, 70, of the unincorporated roads in Pima County are rated as being in poor or failed condition. That's not just a little out of shape. That's a system in critical condition.
And the cost to fix all of this? We are talking billions of dollars in maintenance that we're behind on. Seriously, think of it like a massive overdue medical bill that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We are literally driving on infrastructure we just can't afford to repair.
For decades, we've tried the same old quick fix. It's kind of like the transportation version of a fad diet, you know? It promises amazing, fast results, but in the long run, it delivers, well, not much.
The go-to prescription has always been just add more lanes. If there's traffic, just widen the road. I mean, it seems logical, right? More space should mean less traffic, but that's exactly where we get it wrong. So, this brings us to a really important idea called induced demand. It's pretty simple, actually. When you build more lanes, you basically just encourage more people to drive. That new, wide-open road looks so appealing that people who might have taken the bus or carpooled or just waited till later, they all decide to drive instead. And poof, the new lanes fill right up and you are right back where you started, stuck in traffic.
This analogy just nails it. Widening roads to solve traffic is exactly like buying bigger pants and hoping you'll lose weight. It gives you a little temporary relief, sure, but it does absolutely nothing to fix the root cause. In fact, it just makes it easier for the problem to get worse.
But what if there's a better way? A smarter, healthier, way more sustainable approach? It's time to ditch those failed fad diets and get on board with something we're calling the mobility diet.
Now, this old diet is built on a totally new philosophy. Say, the old way was obsessed with mobility, just moving cars farther and faster. The new way, the mobility diet, it focuses on accessibility. The goal isn't to make it easier to drive 10 miles to the grocery store. The goal is to build a neighborhood where the grocery store is a 10-minute walk away. That shift in thinking changes everything.
Okay, so what does this diet actually look like? What's on the menu? Well, it's a pretty simple recipe, really. It's got two main ingredients that work together to build a much healthier community. First up, ingredient number one, we start turning our residential streets into what you could call park neighborhoods. Just imagine it. Streets that are beautiful, safe, and actually fun to be on. They're cooled by the shade of native trees, watered by the rain. And instead of being designed for speeding cars, they're designed for people. We're talking smart things like traffic circles and other features that slow cars down and create these amazing spaces to walk, bike, or for kids to just play outside.
And the second key ingredient? Creating urban village centers. Think of these as vibrant little hubs where you can get all your daily needs met. Groceries, a coffee, you name it, all within a nice, comfortable 15-minute walk or bike ride from your front door. This one thing drastically cuts down on the need to hop in a car for every single little errand. It creates a city of short, easy trips instead of long, frustrating drives.
Okay, so we've followed the diet plan. We've redesigned our neighborhoods to be for people, not just cars. So what's the payoff? Well, it's not just a healthier transportation system. It means a healthier, a wealthier, and a literally cooler community for every single one of us.
Now, to really get the wealthier part, we have to look at something called the Housing plus Transportation Affordability Index. For years, all we've ever talked about is how much housing costs. But transportation, that's the second biggest expense for most families. It's this huge kind of hidden piece of the whole affordability puzzle. So let's talk real numbers. Right now, a pretty typical two-car household in Tucson is spending around $15,000 a year just on transportation. That's for gas, insurance, repairs, the car payments, the whole shebang. That is a massive slice of the family budget.
But here it is.
Here's the payoff from the mobility diet. In a neighborhood with great accessibility, where things are close by, a family can easily get by with one less car. And that one simple decision can save them about $6,900 a year. That's basically a 15% raise in their disposable income. That's money they can use for savings, for education, or just to support local businesses.
And what happens when you scale that up, when you look at the whole region? We're talking about a potential savings of $3.3 billion every single year. That's money that stays right here in our local economy, helping create a much more prosperous and resilient Tucson for everybody.
So the takeaway here is that this isn't some pie-in-the-sky fantasy. The plans exist, the strategies are well understood, and the financial benefits, they're undeniable. We literally have the recipe for a more affordable, sustainable, and climate-ready Tucson. The only real question left is, are we ready to start cooking?